much fixing occurred as he and his buddies hung out in the garage, bottles or cans in hand, standing around the open hood of a mid-'80s Camaro. I didn't think they ever got grease on their hands. And 15 years later, I knew for a fact the car wouldn't ever start. I'd sold some of the less obvious parts to fuel my addictions during high school, which, to everyone's surprise, I'd graduated. I was a fuck-up, but not a dumb one. At least, most of the time. The presence in my nothing place oozed an impatient feel. Also familiar. I waved an invisible hand and muttered, Yeah, you're disappointed. Tell me something I don't know. Can we hurry this along? Judge me and let's get this over with. Would I go high or low? I'd not led an exemplary life, but at the same time I hadn't killed anyone either, that I knew of. However, as sins went, I was a firm proponent of the 5-finger discount, mainly applied against greedy corporations that could afford it, my parents included. For good deeds, while I didn't volunteer at soup kitchens or other shit, I did donate my hand-me-downs to my local women's shelter, who turned around and claimed my pants with artfully placed holes were worse than rags. Prudes. The dark place presence vibrated my very soul as if it tried to convey a message. You'll have to try talking because I have no idea what you're attempting to say. I mean, hello, I didn't speak omniscient being. The humming intensified. Urgency. Danger. Faith. In me. I laughed. Dude, you've got the wrong person. Unless... Are you a demon? Was something trying to possess me? I held up my invisible arms and said, Take me, O mighty dark creature, and let's wreak havoc on the world. I was actually joking. Mostly. So imagine my surprise when something slammed into me. Not my body, but my soul. It burned through me, and I screamed. It didn't hurt, but it did violate every inch of my being. By the time whatever the fuck it was withdrew, I lost my cockiness. Even sulked a bit as I said, Well, that was fucking rude. I could have sworn the presence oozed smugness. What did you do to me? 2. My exorcist moment was followed by gagging because bile was fucking gross. The nurse who remained behind was kind enough to give me a glass of water to wash out my mouth. As I swirled and spat in a basin they provided, I got an earful about my condition. We're in a coma and your heart stopped. We were actually about to call time of death when you revived. Because hell rejected me, I muttered, a little miffed because, when even the devil didn't want you, what the fuck? Should I sin more to attract his notice? Less and see if I could regain a way into heaven? Given the length of time your heart stopped beating, you'll need to be checked for brain damage. I blinked at her. My brain is fine. Would you like me to recite the alphabet backwards? A skill I'd learned as a great way to mess with cops who asked if I'd had too much to drink. Speaking of which, I could use a drink. I rubbed at my face, wondering if my waterproof mascara had survived my less-than-stellar night. Barf, raccoon eyes, and who knew what else. I must be super pretty right about now. The nurse handed me a cup of water. I grimaced. Got anything stronger? You're kidding, right? The nurse, name tag Marge, ogled me. My mouth tastes like something shit in it. Fucking right I want something with flavor. I swung my legs over the edge of the bed, noticing we were in a curtained area of the emergency department. The cute doctor I'd splattered had disappeared, probably to change. Now that I was conscious, the other nurses and staff had other people to deal with, leaving me with just Marge, who crossed her arms and said, Get back in that bed. No thanks, I'd rather sleep in mine. You can't leave yet. We need to check you over. I am not staying. I feel fine. Still a bit drunk, actually.